guys, welcome back to my channel. I hope you all are doing well today. If you're new here, hi, my name is Amanda. Please subscribe to my channel and don't forget to hit the bell notification so you never miss out on any of my future videos. So in today's video, I'm going to be educating you guys a little bit on makeup brushes. So whether you're a beginner or whether you're not a professional exactly, but whether you have been in makeup for a couple of years and you're still learning more into it, I hope this would help you. It took me quite some time to learn about makeup brushes because the more I started using it, that's when I actually learned how it goes. But for now, I just want to tell you guys what brush is for what, and just give you guys here and there a little bit of how to use the brush. So yeah, let's get into this video. So yeah, before I start, I just want to put a little disclaimer out there telling you guys that I'm no professional in makeup. I myself am just learning for the past couple of years. Since I've had an interest in makeup, I started trying to learn more into it, and I'm still learning every day because I make mistakes every single time I try to do makeup. There's something that I might do wrong, but I learn it, and as I keep doing more of makeup. So yeah, so the first brush is the foundation brush. So this is how the foundation brush looks. It's just a flat brush, and with this brush you can apply cream foundations or any sort of liquid foundation or even a mousse foundation. So this would be advisable for that, but not a powder foundation. So yeah, this is how a foundation brush looks. It's just a flat brush, and you sort of got to apply your foundation like this and then start blending it out into your skin. The next brush I have for you is the concealer brush. So this is how the concealer brush looks. It's sort of the smaller version of a foundation brush because it is flat, it tapers off towards the middle, and this is how it looks. And with the concealer brush, this you just have to dab. So you apply your concealer and then you got to just start dabbing it. You don't want to press and blend your concealer in because that won't give you a good look. You want to just keep dabbing and sort of just pushing it into your skin rather than rubbing it into your skin. So this is your concealer brush. Next, I'm moving on into powder brushes. So these two are powder brushes. So I have a bigger one and a smaller one. Now the big one is for when you are baking. You bake under your eyes, you bake on your smile lines, and you bake on your jawline. So at the time when you're dusting off your loose powder, you want to go in with the bigger brush and just sort of dust it off. And this brush you would use for that, the bigger brush, whereas the smaller brush is used for your blush. Yeah, just for the blush actually. It's just used for the blush. So this one is just a blush brush, but I'm putting them in the category of powder brushes. Oh my gosh, this is just such a tongue twister for me right now. Okay, so these are your powder brushes, and even with regular powder you can use this brush and this one for your blush. And the next two brushes that I have for you guys is your contour brushes. So I have an angular contour brush. So it sort of angles like this. And then I have just a regular contour brush which sort of comes like a little bit of a dome shape. Not too much of a dome, it's very slight actually if you notice. So these two are your contour brushes, and you contour like this on your jawline, just below the apples of your cheek, and right here. Is this your hairline? Yeah, by your temples and your hairline. So that's how you contour, and you can even contour your nose, but this is not what you would use for contouring your nose. I will get to that in a bit. So now for contouring your nose, this is the brush that you will use. It's a smaller brush. It's got a little bit of an angle, and it's got a little bit of a dome as well. So it's an angle contour brush, and for contouring your nose, this is how you will go. You do not contour the middle of your nose, you just contour the sides, and this middle part is where you would highlight your nose. So the next brushes that I have for you guys is the highlighter brushes. So there are three brushes for highlighting. Two of them are the fan brushes, so I'm going to start with that. We have the big fan brush and the smaller and thinner fan brush. So this is for more of a precise sort of highlighting and bronzing as well. You can use your fan brushes even for bronzing. And your bigger fan brush, which is more thicker, gives you a more fuller highlight, whereas this gives you just a very precise sort of highlighting. So as I was saying, this as well is a highlighting brush. In all of the three, I prefer to use this more. It gives you more of, it's a fuller and a precise highlighting brush, whereas this is just very thin, very mild, and it's very precise. This is just like a full-on highlight. So, you know, if you're someone new into highlight, I would suggest trying out all three and seeing which works best for you. But the two that I use the most are these two. This is just too light for me. I love to have a real good highlight, so I don't use this as much. I don't think you guys have ever seen me use this in any tutorial, but these two I use a lot more. So yeah, these are your highlighter brushes. So now we move on into your eye brushes. So for your eye brushes, I'm going to start with all of your eyeshadow brushes. So there's 4 brushes for that. First we have the powder brushes. So your powder brushes, I have 2 for that, which is the sort of a more fluffier brush and a little more of a sleeker brush. So both of these is just to apply your eyeshadow powder right onto your lid. It is not for blending or anything like that. It's just you know, a regular powder eyeshadow brush. So yeah, those are your eyeshadow brushes. Then you have the angled eyeshadow brush. So this is for a more precise and a more shaped sort of eyeshadow look. So this is how it is. It's just got an angle and it's not very fluffy as well. Then I have these 2 brushes, which is your blending brush right here. This is the fluffier one. It's to blend colors into your crease and into your outer corner. And then you have your smudging brush, which is to smudge like liners, eyeliners, or even to for precise application of dark colors. So this is your smudging brush. It's a very flat tip brush and this is how it looks. Then the next 3 brushes that I have for you guys is these 3 brushes right here. So this is your eyebrow brush. So when you're drawing your brows, this is the brush that you would use. It's got a slight angle and it's not a very fluffy brush, as you can see. This is the thinness of it, but it's got an angle and this is really good for defining your brows. I love using this brush and I've been using it in past couple of makeup tutorials of mine. The next 2 brushes, these right here, are for your eyeliner, the one that goes on your lid. So you have a more precise brush right here, which is far thinner. As you can see, it's very, very thin. And then you have this brush for a little bit of a thicker application. So as I said, like some brushes, there are like 2 or 3 options, so you can try out both and see which works for you. I personally like a thinner application for my eyeliner, but sometimes I actually lean more to using the brush that comes in the little eyeliner bottle. So I don't use these brushes much. I've used them I think only once or twice, but not as much as I use the brush that comes in the little eyeliner bottle. So the next brush and the last brush I think that I have for you guys is the lip brush. So I never use a lip brush because, you know, it's my lipstick, so I just apply my lipstick like that. Whereas if you're someone who's doing makeup for someone else a lot, if you're doing makeup for other people, then it's good to use a lip brush because you don't want to apply the same lipstick on everyone. That's just not hygienic. So you know, a lip brush comes in handy at the time, you know, to take lipstick and, you know, you can use the brush on the lipstick and apply it on your lips. So this is the brush that you would use. It's very thin. It sort of tapers up into a V shape, and it is for very precise lipstick. I don't know, what do you call it? Very precise application. Yeah. So this is the brush. So then I have your last brush. Well, I said that lip brush was your last brush, but this is something that I don't use too much, so it's not something that I recommend. I know a lot of people love this brush. This is your kabuki brush. you use your kabuki brush to dust off your loose powder or to give you that hairbrush finish, but I feel like this brush works better for me. But as I said, you can try it out, so try a big fluffy brush to dust off your loose powder and see if that works, or you can try your kabuki brush as well. This is how it is. It's very, very thick. It's very and it sort of has a flat top. So yeah, this is your kabuki brush. I almost forgot to end this video, you guys, but thankfully before editing it, I suddenly thought I didn't film an outro, and it's almost midnight and I suddenly realized I had to film an outro for this. So yeah, I hope you guys enjoyed this video. Those were all my brushes. There are some new things come out, like new applicators like the Silly Sponge and the Beauty Blender, but the Beauty Blender has been around for like quite some time. The Silly Sponge is sort of new. I haven't tried it as yet, but I have placed my order and it should be coming in like in a couple of weeks. Yeah, what else? The Beauty Blender I have used in some of my other videos. I didn't include in this one because it's not necessarily a brush. It's just a different type of applicator. If you guys want to see how I use the Beauty Blender, then you can watch some of my makeup tutorials. I'll link it on the screen right now. And if you guys want me to do a separate video on the Beauty Blender, do let me know. But I have used it in a lot of my makeup tutorials. So if you guys just watched it, you'll probably get the gist of it. And yeah, that is it. So I hope this video was quite informative and quite I hope it was easy to understand. Well, yeah, so I'm gonna go now. Thank you guys for watching this video. Don't forget to like, comment and subscribe, and I'll see you guys next time.